start talking to me. They're like, hey, you know, what you doing here by yourself? And I'm kind of shy. Initially, I'm shy. I put up my now it'd be very important for you as you grow up. Right now, I know y'all don't really have any really responsibilities, maybe taking it hard, and you also realize a lot of people don't have the same type of positive energy you have. A lot of people would try to bring you down or try to make you think you can't do something that you believe you can. Out the trash, you know, do some dishes. But as you grow older, you're gonna realize life isn't as sweet as it is right now. Life is kind of rough. Life is kind of. I'm gonna let Jordan talk a little before I keep talking to you. I don't want to just talk your head off and you don't want to hear anything he has to say. So
yeah, I'm gonna just piggyback on what he said. It's very important to have some kind of faith. You know, everybody doesn't believe in the same thing, but as long as you believe and have your belief in something, that there is something greater that you can always call upon when you feel like you're in a bad situation. Like even just like saying your prayers at night and things like that will help. And also like with the school, you want to be the best in everything you do. So school's one of them. Like I used to like going in there and being like answering all the questions, whoever has an answer. I used to like being the first one to have my hand raised, because you know it just shows that you have that knowledge. And like he was saying, that knowledge, when you have knowledge and you're smart, you have book smarts, there's not really anything that anybody can do to trick you or get over on you. So it's always good to be in your books. And if you're successful in the classroom, you can do anything that you want. Like anything. Like even when you play football, you don't think it's important. You don't even think of football players as being like, oh, talk about school and stuff like that. But a lot of the people that are successful in the classroom are more successful on the field, because they know they have options as far as, do I want to play football? If football doesn't work out, I can do something else. And even people in the NFL, they say if you get your college degree, there's more players in the NFL that last longer with their college degree than those who don't. So it's always good to always have an education. You don't never want to go lightly on your education or just put it off, because it'll come back to get you at the end of the day. But you always want to be positive and
everybody, can I get a show of hands to who all plays a sport?
I did.
You can raise your hand.
What the season?
Okay. All right, y'all can put y'all hands down. With me bringing up sports, whether it's football, baseball, basketball, track, volleyball, softball, whatever sport you play, sports is a great avenue to become not no one would be there. Everybody would look at you and just stare at you like, and you give it your absolute all. Don't walk into it and say, I'm gonna play a sport just to do it. Pass the love of the game, play it to teach yourself certain discipline, to show up on time, to be early. If you're not early, you're not on time. So if something starts at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, showing up at 5 o'clock, you're late. You are late in sports. You show up at 4:50. You show up at 4:45. That's how you stay on time. Those small things will show you how to show up to a business meeting on time. When your boss, and as you get older, you'll remember these words. When your boss tells you to be somewhere, go ahead and show up late. Show up late if you want. You won't have a job long. You will not, I promise you will not have a job long. You show up early, you have everything ready, you're prepared. When you show up to football, don't forget anything. You need your helmet. So the same thing with the business. When you come with all your papers, all your documents, hey, I got this. I did this yesterday, huh? Here you go. And then you look like, oh, he's been prepared. He's definitely well prepared. Yeah. Like Jordan said, exact same thing with school. Exact same thing with school. The same. You can't just sit there and think, oh, this teacher is gonna pass me because she's nice. She's a nice lady. I might not do a lot, but she's so nice. No, don't depend on that. You're not helping yourself when you depend on somebody else. Depending on somebody else really makes it a crutch. That's really kind of your out. Oh, they didn't do this, so I didn't do that. Don't depend on anyone else. You can do it yourself. You have everything you need in between your ears to do it yourself. Believe that and understand that, and never let anyone tell you different. So always maintain respect for an elder. That's another thing I like to tell y'all today. When elders are trying to talk to you, or if they're trying to tell you something, you might not want to hear it. There's been plenty of times where an older person has tried to talk to me and I didn't want to hear it. I'm going to be honest with you, I did not want to hear it. I was trying not to listen. But whether you think their information is constructive or not, that's you. But from deep down in their heart, they want to help. So I would advise you just open up your ears and listen sometimes. You don't have to use everything everybody is telling you, but don't discredit what they're saying, because they're just trying to share with you an honest situation they've been through. So just listen, take it in. Once you take something in, I usually count to about 5 seconds, because that gives me time to think about it. When someone talks to me, I take my time before I speak back. I count to about 5 seconds, and I'll be like, okay, I like what they were telling me. If you don't like what they're telling you, respectfully move on. But it's always a respect to listen to an elder, listen to what they have to say. If you disagree with them, you respectfully disagree with them. Because I know also at your age, I was kind of all over the place. I had a sort of attitude problem. Like I didn't really want to be touched, bothered. Like I was more so to myself. So I wish I wasn't like that. I'm not like it now, and I'm very thankful for that. I would just say continue to be open-minded about a lot of different situations. Something you might not agree with, someone may have a strong passion about. So don't discredit them or knock them because you don't agree with it. Just listen. That's all I really want to tell you guys.
I bet they have some questions for y'all.
Yeah, any questions?
I bet they do. Andrew, you want to share with them what you do right now?
Tackle
You do
football? What position do you play?